It has been a crazy week for Xbox news, with a ton of new game announcements, some major updates on Xbox Game Pass, and even a few teasers that have you counting down the days until they're released. Welcome to another episode of What's New on Xbox. My name is Fletcher, and this is Xbox Nation, and today we're going to be covering the 17 brand new Xbox and Game Pass games that were just announced over the past week. Make sure to subscribe to stay updated every week with all things Xbox, and trust me, you won't want to miss these Xbox updates. With that out the way, let's dive right in. First on the list is a fresh entry into the Five Nights at Freddy universe, and it's called Into the Pit. If you've been following the franchise, you know that Five Nights at Freddy's games always deliver that edge of your seat tension, and this one looks like no exception. Into the Pit takes a bit of a different approach though. Instead of the usual animatronic-filled survival horror game, this one is a 2D adventure horror. You'll still need to outsmart the terrifying threats, but this time you'll also be solving puzzles and also traveling through time. Here's a very good sign though, it's already sitting at an overwhelmingly positive rating on Steam with just under 1,000 user reviews. This one actually lands on the Xbox One and the Series consoles on the 27th of September, so get ready to dive in. Next up, from the veteran devs behind Void Bastards and Card Hunter, we have Wild Bastards. If space westerns and squad-based shootouts sound like your kind of thing, you'll definitely want to check this one out. The game revolves around a group of 13 unique outlaws, each with their own weapons, abilities, and skill trees. You'll recruit and manage these characters as you hop from planet to planet, looting for resources and battling in bite-sized intense shootouts. The blend of intense tactical combat with a roguelike narrative structure is sure to keep things exciting. The best part though, it is available now on Xbox consoles, so you can jump into the action straight away. Now, let's talk about Astroneer. This game has quietly been one of the best survival sandbox games in recent years, and is now getting a massive Glitch Walkers expansion. If you've never played Astroneer yet, you're certainly missing out, but it is available on Xbox Game Pass. The Glitch Walkers expansion, however, promises to take things up a notch. It introduces a brand new planet, which is the biggest and most complex planet in the game so far. It's packed with tons of hidden mysteries, intricate landscapes, and some seriously dangerous environments. On top of that, there's an all-new villain, and from what we've seen, they're unlike any threat we've faced in this game before. New mechanics are also being added to shake up the gameplay as well, making this expansion perfect for returning players or for anyone looking to jump into Astroneer for the first time. Definitely keep this one on your radar when it launches in late 2024. Next up is one game that really caught my eye, and that's Anera Demon Core. This is a game that has serious potential to be a standout in the hack and slash genre. This one's particularly interesting though because it's being developed by a solo indie dev, which is certainly no small feat, especially for a game aiming to make waves in such a crowded space. Anera Demon Core blends fast-paced, high-octane combat with a dark, gritty story. From the early footage we've seen, the game appears to take inspiration from Devil May Cry and Ninja Gaiden, but it adds some very unique twists. Combat seems very fluid and aggressive, with the ability to chain together fast combos, execute devastating finishes, and take on waves of enemies with style. If you're craving some adrenaline-fueled action, definitely keep your eye on this one, especially if you're a fan of Devil May Cry games. If you're a fan of atmospheric, challenging games like Hollow Knight or Dead Cells, then Darklight might be up your alley. This Souls-like action platformer is set in a hauntingly beautiful post-apocalyptic world where darkness has swallowed the land, leaving only shadowy creatures and the last remaining Dark Hunters. You'll be venturing into the depths of the Dark Void, battling supernatural entities and collecting energy shards to upgrade your abilities. The combat is brutal, fast, and requires precise timing, so if you're into high-stakes action with a dark, moody atmosphere, Darklight could be the next challenge you're looking for. It has been confirmed to be coming to Xbox thanks to the Idea Xbox program, though we don't have any specific release date as of yet. This is definitely one to watch if you're a Souls-like fan. Arisen Force Vonimir is an upcoming action RPG that blends traditional role-playing elements with fast-paced, stylish combat. This one really caught my eye because of its gorgeous high-definition pixel art. It's a throwback to classic 2D RPGs, but with modern sensibilities, featuring deep character progression, team-building mechanics, and an expansive world inspired by Middle-earth. The game also introduces an interesting business management system, and you'll have to be gathering resources, recruiting teammates, and running your own enterprises as you work to build a legendary team. The game has a lot of ambition, and the world looks incredibly massive, filled with tons of secrets to uncover and powerful enemies to defeat. While there's no set release date as of yet, Arisen Force Vonimir has the potential to offer a mix of nostalgic visuals and really modern gameplay, and it could really hit that sweet spot for RPG fans. Now, do you remember Singularity? It was the 2010 first-person shooter with time-bending mechanics. Well, it might be making a return, possibly even a remaster, onto Xbox Game Pass. A PC version recently appeared in the Xbox Store, and fans are buzzing about the possibility of this game coming to Game Pass. For those who missed it the first time round, Singularity is set in an alternative Cold War era, where you play as a US Special Forces operative investigating a Soviet experiment gone horribly wrong. What really sets this game apart is its unique time manipulation device, which lets you control time to solve puzzles, manipulate environments, and obliterate enemies. It's a real gem that kind of flew under the radar when it first came out, but it's developed a cult following over the years. There's no official word on when it might hit Game Pass, but fingers crossed we'll hear more soon. Theme park management fans, you can certainly rejoice. Planet Coaster 2 has officially been confirmed with a release date of the 6th of November. The first game was an absolute hit with its deep customization, and Planet Coaster 2 looks to expand on that with even more tools for building your dream amusement park. The sequel is introducing brand new features like water parks, where you'll have to manage lifeguards, shade for visitors, and changing rooms. There's also an event sequencer that lets you customize ride effects, such as adding animatronics or water fountains. The level of detail and control in this game just looks insane, so if you love games like Roller Coaster Tycoon, this will be a must-play. It will be coming to the Xbox Series X and S consoles, and it's already open for pre-order. Coming up next is Enotria: The Last Song, a fantasy RPG that had some drama with its Xbox release being delayed indefinitely. Thankfully, those issues have now been ironed out, and the game is now expected to hit Xbox consoles very soon, and likely before the end of this year. Enotria is set in a vibrant world filled with so many colourful landscapes, magic, and mythological creatures. While the game got somewhat mixed reviews on other platforms, mostly due to performance issues, the core gameplay focused on exploration and combat, and received positive feedback due to those experiences. It could turn into something special once it hits Xbox, especially if they iron out those bugs. So if you're a fan of semi-open world Souls-like RPGs, this one might be worth checking out once it lands. Retro fans, this next one is for you. 8-Bit Adventures 2 is a JRPG that feels like it was pulled straight from the NES era, but this time is packed with modern visuals that should appeal to both longtime JRPG fans and newcomers. It is set to release on Xbox on the 16th of October, and this pixel art game focuses on turn-based combat, exploration, and story-driven character development. The coolest part though, there's no random battles. You'll see your enemies on the map, and battles will only start when you run into them. With 7 playable characters and a combat system designed to be challenging but not grind-heavy, it's a fantastic tribute to classic JRPGs with the right amount of modern updates. One of the best hack-and-slash action RPGs is getting a visual and performance upgrade. Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition is coming to Xbox Series X and S this October 15th. Fans of the series already know how epic this game is, but for those of you who haven't played it, Darksiders 2 will follow Death, one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, as he embarks on a journey to redeem his brother War and clear his name. This new version features upgraded 4K visuals, faster loading times, and ray tracing support, making it one of the best ways to experience this game. The Definitive Edition also includes all the post-launch DLC, so it's packed with content when you dive in. Plus, if you already own the game, you'll get a free upgrade. It's definitely worth checking out if you love action RPGs with fast-paced combat and exploration. Strategy fans, you can rejoice as Wargrove 2 has now hit Xbox Game Pass. This turn-based strategy game builds on the success of its predecessor, bringing all new commanders, each with unique abilities, and a massive campaign that promises dozens of hours of tactical gameplay. If you're into games like Advanced Wars, you'll feel right at home. But what sets Wargrove 2 apart is its map editor, allowing you to create and share custom maps with other players online. Whether you're playing solo or in multiplayer, the strategic possibilities in this game are nearly endless. It's a fantastic game for anyone who loves turn-based tactics and creative map design. Some other big news for Xbox Game Pass subscribers this week is that Overwatch 2 is now available on Xbox Game Pass. Blizzard is offering some sweet bonuses to Xbox Game Pass members, like 6 exclusive hero skins and 30 mythic prisms. Overwatch 2 has had its ups and downs since release, but is still one of the top team-based shooters out there, and the addition to Game Pass means there's no better time to dive into this experience. With regular seasonal updates, new heroes and reworked maps, the game is just constantly evolving. If you haven't tried it out yet, then now's your chance. Nicodorico: The Magical World is a family-friendly platformer that just oozes nostalgia for fans of classic SNES games. You'll play as Nicodorico, a brave mongoose on a quest through magical lands, battling quirky enemies, solving puzzles, and unlocking powerful magic spells. The art style here is just colourful and cartoony as you come to expect, making it perfect for younger players or anyone who wants some nostalgia. What makes this game really stands out though is its co-op gameplay elements, where you can team up with a friend to tackle levels together. Plus, the soundtrack is composed by none other than Dave Wise, known for his iconic work on Donkey Kong Country. This is set to release on Xbox on the 15th of October, and this one's sure to charm platformer fans of all ages. Astria: Six-Sided Oracles is a fresh new take on the deck-building roguelike genre, with a unique dice rolling system that we've never seen before. Instead of using cards to battle your enemies, you will now roll dice with different effects and try to purify corruption to save your star system. This adds an interesting twist to the usual deck-building formula we see in other games in the genre, where every roll of the dice can either help you or lead to a disaster. The game features 2 types of damage, purification and corruption, and managing these two will be the key to your success. This is launching on the 26th of September this year, and this game has all the hallmarks of a roguelike, including procedural generated challenges and a ton of replayability. If you're into strategic, dice-based combat, this is one you won't want to miss. Lastly, we can finally get ready to experience some chaotic multiplayer action in 33 Immortals. This roguelike dungeon crawler allows you to team up with 32 other players to take on procedurally generated dungeons, each filled with traps, enemies, and tons of massive bosses. The game has been described as Hades meets MMO, and after playing the alpha test, I can certainly see why. The action is fast, frantic, and cooperative, with players needing to work together to survive the increasingly difficult challenges. It is now set to enter Xbox Game Preview on the 25th of January next year, and it's shaping up to be one of the most chaotic and fun multiplayer experiences available on Xbox Game Pass. So that's a wrap for today's episode of What's New on Xbox. From heart-pounding horror games to family-friendly platformers, we've certainly got a bit of everything on Xbox this week. Let me know in the comments below which game you're most hyped for, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button as we post Xbox content every single day. Whilst here, why don't you check out our most recent video covering the 15 best Xbox Game Pass games of 2024 so far.